6, continue the class, 6 o'clock prayer, and then disperse for the dinner. Here there is a new meditation for you, and it is even difficult to understand how to do the meditation. But I cannot explain you how to do the meditation. I will explain you what Master has written here, and I will leave it to you, and then you try that meditation. One of the most highly advanced meditations. I am sure you did not hear about it so far, if I am correct. If somebody told you in any of the classes you attended, because you are very fortunate. But this is one of the most advanced meditations. It needs a lot of time to you to adjust with the meditation, to understand the meditation first. Find about the experience part. It's very difficult to you to understand how to do the meditation. There is no technique here. If there is a technique, it is easy. If there is no technique, it is very difficult. You have to do it by yourself, by understanding it properly. It will take a long time. If you enter once into that meditation, it is sure you will become a very good healer. Healer means, don't think that you have to start healing and do some healings. Don't understand the healing like that. Generally in Europe, what the people understand, healing means if somebody is very sick, I have to go there and put our hands and, oh, I am all right. That is not the total healing. That is a part of the healing. Master wanted to explain in a different dimension. So he has given a meditation, one meditation in the entire lecture. Then when we will do in the prayer, after the prayer or before the prayer, that you have to tell. You wanted to do before the prayer or you wanted to do after the prayer. Then I will organize my class like that. What do you like? Before the prayer?
Can I translate so I can give answer? No?
They understand. Okay. Understand. It's not a science. You wanted me to tell about the meditation before the prayer?
Yeah, before
or
the prayer.
After the prayer? We'll see. I will not follow.
So why you ask?
I will not follow. Okay. So I leave so many things. I am telling you once again. This is the book of this, the 4th volume of Master's lectures in Switzerland, in Belgium, in France, in Holland, in America. He has given so many lectures, beautiful lectures. We compare the 4 volumes. First 2 volumes are the very big volumes of 400 pages, and 3rd and 4th volumes I took up with the beautiful title. This is my design. You know, if I design, it's very beautiful. Libra. Yes. And then so beautiful title. And it is a e-book is also there. If anybody wanted to read this book, you need not. I cannot bring a lot of weight. If you wanted to read the lectures, you can get it from the internet. It's no problem, right? So, I don't want to go into the details. Some things you cannot believe. I will proceed at the speed. I will concentrate more on the meditation. Here it's like this. At first, you should understand that okay. We should not worry.
That is complicated.
Complicated. It is really complicated. It takes a long time. He has given 1 week lectures. This lecture is 1 week. How can they complete? You see, here's a beautiful statement. When they are happy, when we are happy, we become restless. Can you believe this statement? When you are happy, you will become restless. When you are unhappy, then also you will become restless. Did you think about it any time?
No.
Yes, that is the beauty of the masters. When they are unhappy, they become restless. When there is some great joy, they cannot contain it and they weep. Some people, if there is a great joy, they cannot contain it, and then what they will do? They will weep. Is it true or not? It is true. I will do it. And we cannot even. We are looking the movie, and then the hero and heroine, and they meet after a long time. Oh, like this. Then we will weep because we cannot contain the joy. He is telling. When they appreciate others, they weep, and when anyone thank them, they weep. Somebody appreciate us, then also we weep. Anybody thank us, then also we will weep. It is a very common experience, right? Oh, sorry. Because I don't know anything. Okay, this is because the nerves are in such a condition that they will not be able to contain any expression or emotion. The nervous system are in such a condition.
nervoso è talmente in una
They cannot
Contain exactly.
Huh?
What means contain exactly?
contenere, contenere,
Sustain.
sostenere.
Okay,
Yes.
that's why they are very nervous. The nervous system cannot contain either happiness or unhappiness, and they will weep. Right? So, this is because their emotion is not purified. This is because their emotions are not purified. Their love nature is polluted with emotion. Their love nature is polluted with emotion.
Low nature.
Love.
Love.
Okay.
But to be a healer, who should have love nature, which is distilled from the pollution of emotion, then only the love nature will be impersonal. So that's how he explains what is the real love, what is the universal love, what is the unconditional love, what is the personal love. He explains so many things. Okay. This is one more important thing about the healers. There are people who are very much afraid of bad vibrations from others. It is so common in Europe. It is a very common complaint in Europe. But it's telling, there are people who are afraid of, who are very much afraid of bad vibrations from others. They think that people who are sick have sick vibrations, and they make us also sick by their presence. Right? The Master is telling, they will grow too negative, and every time a sick man comes to him, he will suffer from great headache that day. You understand?
Can you repeat this
Yes.
sentence? So I must
When the
translate it
people
exactly.
are, when the healer is a negative healer,
Yes.
whenever a sick person come to them, what happens? The healer will get the headache. Good. We know people who try to heal others and suffer from great suffering and diseases in themselves afterwards. That means, if I am a healer, for example, if some people come to me with some health problems or some other emotional problems, if they come to me for any consultation or any healing, what happens afterwards? They go out afterwards sometimes. Then I start feeling those diseases and those sufferings. Right? And then suppose somebody comes to me and he tells me that, sir, I am having a lot of stomach pain here, and I'm using a lot of medicines, but they are not working. And somebody told me, you are a very great healer. Can you heal? And what I will do, I will try to heal. I will try to heal him, and I will take also some money for the healing and put it in my pocket. And then he says, okay, go away. And he goes away. Then somebody comes, and I said, just wait for some time. I'm having a lot of pain here. What happened, sir? When this man came and he told me about his stomach pain, and now the pain has come to me, I'm suffering with it. But he will be all right. And then he will not be all right. He lost his money, but he will have the stomach pain. Is it a real healing? That's what Master is telling. It is not true. It is not true. Because it is a feeling in them. It is the feeling of the healers. They try to believe that, they try to believe. When somebody come for a healing, what they believe, that suffering come to them, and then they will be relieved. But this is not the real healing. It is only the feeling of the healer. This is because they say that the diseases of the sick will be transferred to them, and that they are taking the diseases for others, but this is utterly false. Any healer says, if somebody come to them with a problem, and if any healer say that he is taking away all the disease of that particular person into his system, the statement is totally a false statement. It is just his feeling, a negative feeling. This is ignorance, and the science of healing teaches this ignorance, and the science of healing never teaches such nasty things. The science of healing teaches us that we are positive in our spirit, and the more we remember the spirit in one and everyone, and the more we grow healthy day by day, we grow positive day by day, and we begin to radiate the positive health around us, and our presence begins to radiate the magnetism of health into others, and automatically, without our own knowledge, spiritual healing takes place. I will explain. It's a very beautiful statement. This is a very beautiful paragraph. We have to follow that. What Master is telling. If any healer feels that he is taking the disease of other people and he is suffering out of it, it is totally false. What Master is telling, healer must be very positive in his spirit. What he explained about the spirit, a spirit is there in him, he is also a spirit. And a patient who comes to him for the healing, he is also a spirit by himself. Don't look at him as a patient. Don't look at him as a person with a disease. Don't feel that you are doing something to him. You have to feel in a positive way. You are, by essence, you are a spirit. By essence, he is also a spirit. You are a soul and he is also a soul. He just come. One soul come to another soul. One spirit come to another spirit. You understand? That is the attitude you have to develop. If you look at that person as a patient, then all these things come into the picture. When you develop this attitude, what happens? Then the more we grow healthy day by day, if you have that spirit, what happens? The healer will grow healthy day by day. With a negative attitude, what happens? He will become sick day by day. If it is a positive affirmation, a positive feeling, he will grow healthy day by day. That is different. We grow positive day by day, and we radiate, and we begin to radiate the positive health around us, and our presence begin to radiate the magnetism of health. Our presence itself begin to radiate the health around us into others, and automatically, without our own knowledge, spiritual healing takes place. That is the beauty here. Even when we are becoming more positive and positive, and when you are looking at others as a spirit, like the spirit in us, and when we are becoming more positive and positive, then we will become more healthy and healthy. And then what happens? The magnetism and the radiation of healing will grow like anything, and whoever come into our presence, they will take that without our knowledge. It will be transferred to them, and they feel comfortable, and that is what we call the presence. Even the healer cannot, he doesn't know anything about it.
Anche se vuoi
Even the healer, he doesn't know anything about it, because the radiation and the healing magnetism, it goes out of him and radiates all the place and heal others. This is the real phenomenon of the healing. So this is the real healing. All the great masters are the healers, but they will never practice any healing as a separate subject. They will never, they will never practice the healing as a separate subject. All of them, they are the great healers. You understand? They don't follow any technique. They don't follow any special healing meditation. They don't follow anything as a special for the healings, but they are the great healers, like Jesus. I read when I was 20 years old, and then one sentence was there. How the Jesus has become one of the great healers, what are the techniques he followed in the healing? That is the question. The question is, how the Jesus has become one of the great healers, and what are the techniques he followed? You know what the author wrote there? He followed only one very great technique. You know what is that?
No.
Yes. That's why he became very great healer. That's why he became very great healer. So that is what Master is telling here. And he is telling another thing. One should not be affected by the environment. One should not be affected by the environment. Environment, surroundings. One should not be affected by the surroundings. One should be able to affect the environment by one's presence.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, please?
We should not be affected by the environment,
Yes.
but we should be in a position to affect the environment
Okay.
by our presence. Understand? Such is the nature of a healer. And then Master is asking, okay,
Yes.
Master is asking, have you ever heard or read in any book that Jesus Christ had suffered after healing others? Understand? It's not possible.
Non è possibile.
Most of the healers, they live in the hallucination.
In the what?
All the healers, most of the healers, they live in the hallucination. Hallucination.
Illusions.
Illusion.
Ah,
What is illusion? They believe that they are taking the diseases of the other people. But it is not true. But they will suffer.
ma
That is true.
Però questo è vero.
They will suffer because they invoke the suffering. They create for themselves a receptive center here. They create for themselves by believing a false thing, as if they are getting all the diseases of the people. They create a receiving center in themselves. With that, they will suffer.
La sofferenza degli altri.
It is totally unscientific. If you use your common sense, suppose if you are a healer, for example, somebody come to you for healing. So if you wanted to heal them, you need lot of energy first. You should have a healing magnetism. You understand? Unless you are very strong, unless you have the healing magnetism, unless you have the healing strength in you, how can you heal others? The healers, they commit two mistakes. First they try to believe that they are healing others. It is not at all true. The healing, in the real healer's case, energies come from heavens and they will work through the healer and pass on to the patient. It is true.
That's it.
You should feel that he is an instrument, that's all. Receiving and giving. Receiving and giving. Then who will benefit here? Healer will be benefited because he is getting the energy into him. And then he is sending the energy to the other person. So he will be benefited first. He will become very strong first. But they are telling us, no, I am becoming so weak after the patient goes away. Finally they become the patients, the healers. Finally they become the patients and you have to go there to heal them. I know so many healers. Don't ask me the names. I will be put into trouble. Once I met a very great healer. She is a very nice woman. Very, very nice woman. In 97, when I met her, she is a very old woman. And she hugged me like this. That is my first hug in my life.
And the last one.
She is such a nice woman and a very lovely woman. And I have seen her in Switzerland. I have seen Trisha in Scotland. I have good friends. She is such a lovely and nice woman, very old. Oh, Raju, I saw you after so many years. That is our first meeting. That is our first meeting. Hugged me like this in the railway station, and she came to the railway station. 97. I have seen you after so many years. I was shocked. So it is a story. It takes long time. And from so many countries, people come to her for the healing. And she used to have a lot of money. It is simple, you can translate. Afterwards.
Yes.
Just simple.
Yes.
Yes. And she used to earn a lot of money out of it as healing. In the night, when we were on the dining table, and she told me, I wanted to discuss with you something. So I am new to the Switzerland. Somebody has to come for discussion. What I will do? Okay, let us sit. We both were sitting in a room after the dinner. She told me, Raju, there is a problem with me, and I discussed with Swamiji. He said that he will help me, but even then I am having the same problem. And can you give me any advice or any help? I said, what is the problem? You please tell me what is the problem. He said, whenever somebody coming to me for healing work, when they leave the room, I used to become very sick and very weak. And it has become a big problem for me for many, many years. And I tried to come out of it, but I could not come out of it. And can you give me any advice? I said, it is so simple. It is so simple, it is not a big problem. And what I have to do, tomorrow morning before you start your healing session, and I will come first and I will tell you what to do. And then I went to her room and said, you first change your chair. I told her, you change your direction of the chair, you sit there and let the patient sit here. That's number one. What next? I told some symbol, and I told her, if somebody come to you for the healing work, you put the symbol between you and the patient. You first visualize the symbol and then put it between you and the patient, and try to look to the patient through the symbol, not direct into his or her eyes. And then you feel that you are getting the energy from the heavens. All these years what you are doing, you are thinking that you are healing others. This is not the right way of healing. Invoke the energies from the heavens. I explained some technique to her, and then bring the energies into you, and then pass through the symbol into the patient. Until evening. So every day some 10 people, sometimes they used to come like that from many countries. You practice this today and tell me tomorrow. Then I will try to tell you some other things. Then evening she came and said, I am so happy and today I am so healthy and there is no suffering and I am very thankful to you. I said, what is there? This is a small technique and it's a small feeling. You continue like this. And then she has given me some small that box. In that box, Swiss francs and German francs or what that in those days?
D-mark.
No, not D-mark.
D-mark.
Box. And some different currencies of different countries. This much of money. She has given me all the money to me. What is this? This is my collection today. Why are you giving me? I am suffering with so many years, the sickness and the ill health. With this, what you said is totally true. All these years I am feeling that I am healing others. And you told me that is not true. And you told me some technique to invoke the cosmic energy into myself, and you have given me some symbol. When I was practicing that, I am feeling a lot of energy in myself. So you take all the money. I took all the money. I took all the money. Of course. Why I am telling you this is the mistake. Even the great healers, they do the mistake. They believe that they are healing others. It is not at all correct. They should feel, they should get the energy first. They should make themselves they should believe themselves as an instrument, just as an instrument. And then if they believe like that, then Master said, look at them as a spirit. Look yourself as a spirit, or as a soul, or as a soul. Then try to transact with them. You both will become good friends. Energy flows. Good? You told them you have taken all the money?
Sorry, I forget that you took all the money. I only told that you received the money, not that you took the money. Okay.
You told her?
Yes.
It is good.
She gave you the money. Ha preso.
I am so happy with that lady. And she hugged me and said, you came to Switzerland and this is your destiny and this and so many things. Later I found this lady worked with the secretary of one great theosophist, his name is Jeffrey Hudson. Jeffrey Hudson is a very great theosophist. I like him very much, Jeffrey Hudson. And he wrote a very good book, small book. The name of the book is Through the Gateway of Death. Through the Gateway of Death. And then that book is very small book, so beautiful book. Master once he took me all the way from Vizag to Madras, 800 kilometers. And he took me to the Theosophical Society. And he asked me to sit there. And he has given me two books. One is Jeffrey Hudson's Through the Gateway of Death, and second one is The Sixth Root Race of Leadbeater. He has given me the two books, and he told me, Raju, you sit here. If you are hungry, go and take some cup of coffee or tea. You should complete these two books today by sitting here, and let us meet in the evening. He left me there first time. For me it is in Madras. And I was sitting there and I completed these 2 books. This Jeffrey Hudson, I like him very much. Jeffrey Hudson's secretary was there in Switzerland. Jeffrey Hudson is very long back. His secretary was there in the Switzerland. This lady worked as a secretary to the secretary of the Hudson. Here you see the link, so beautiful. You understand? This is one of the best books I have read in my life, Through the Gateway of Death. That Hudson's secretary was there in Switzerland looking after the Theosophical Society here. And this lady worked as a secretary to that Jeffrey Hudson secretary. You see how the link? Then when she saw me and hugged, so Switzerland needs you and you are here. From there your life starts now and you go to so many countries. And then he told me a lot of things. I was really surprised. Where is Hudson? Where is his secretary? And she worked with him and she came into my contact. This is how the masters work. Understand? So we did not translate, but but what I am telling, healing is a different science. Don't feel it is as a technique. Generally, people believe healing is a technique. It is not true. It is working with the cosmic energy or the universal energy. It is like a meditation. Okay? It has to come through you. It has to work through you. Right? It should be automatic. Even I told you many times, if somebody doing the prayer regularly, they will become the healers. Automatic. And somebody doing the prayer, Master says prayer every day, 2 times a day. It is very common. They will become the healers. What Master explained, radiation and magnetism and positivity, all of them they come unknowingly. We don't know from where they will come. Somebody doing the prayer regularly, what explained, the Master explained indirectly about the prayer, and they will get the radiation, they will get the magnetism, they will get the positive energies, they will get the healing energies, and they will flow through them and go to others. That's why I told many times in Moksha classes, if somebody is a real healer, somebody is a real healer, when their friends or their disciples or their followers or their relatives, whoever it may be, if somebody is a great healer, some other person who is very close to them, if they remember this person, energy flows like that. Even this man is not aware of that. That is the beauty of the healing. That is the beauty of the prayer. It will flow automatically. We did not do any prayer particularly and we did not think about them. Somebody think about us in the trouble, it flows automatically. What else we want in the life? That is the beauty of the prayer. So, now it is 5:45. So this is like this, it goes like this and like this, like this. You read the Master is telling us how beautiful it is. When once we know that we are drawing our energy from the space where we are standing, when once we know that we are drawing the energy from the space where we are standing, instinctively mind refuses to believe. You understand? That is the specialty of the mind. When we are standing in the space, when we are drawing the energy from the space into ourselves, then but mind refuses to believe because it wants some mechanism to complicate itself and others.
Perché implica, can you repeat it so I can translate
Yes.
exactly?
Because it wants some mechanism to complicate itself and others. See how beautiful it is. Because unless it is so complicated, we won't believe that thing. It should be so complicated, then oh, how great it is. When it is so simple, oh,
Not interesting.
This is the problem of the human mind. That's the real problem with the mind. That's why in India we teach, submit this monkey mind to God. Submit this monkey mind to God. It's like monkeys, jumping from tree to tree. You know what monkeys will do? They cannot eat all the fruits. If it is a parrot, for example, a bird, if bird wanted to eat some fruit, it will eat and fly. If it is a monkey, it will, like this, throw all the fruits on the ground. It is a monkey mind. He is telling that complication is what we find in the textbooks of healing. After something special. And he is telling again, they will give you many diagrams. Healers, they will give you many diagrams and many paths and many names of the paths until your mind begins to feel vertigo. See? And then lectures goes like this. There's a lot of things, it's very advanced things he discussed here. Whenever master teaches something, he just connect us with the reality in the life. He always he tried to connect us with the reality in the life. Always he will try to take out all the unnecessary stuff. And he tries to put the essence, the butter, into our minds. That's the beauty of his teaching. 10 minutes more to the prayer, and I don't want to teach anything else. A lot of things are here, but so I will read. Don't explain. It is such a complicated thing to explain. I will explain in a simple sentence. Then you can afterwards. First I will read and give a 5 minutes break and go to the prayer and prayer for 15 minutes. After that I will explain the meditation. I don't want you to mix both prayer and the meditation. So it is the instruction by the master, don't mix anything with the prayer. Do the prayer as it is. And after that I will explain. By 6:30 we will stop. I hope. So I will try to burden your mind, complicate your minds by reading without any explanation. You just listen to me. Now close your eyes. Don't wait, but I am reading. Now close your eyes and observe your lungs respiration and observe the movement of your blood circulation and understand that something is being generated in you. It is not a big problem. So you do all the time, right? It's so simple. Now close your eyes and observe your lungs breathing, respiration, and observe the movement of your blood circulation and understand that something is being generated in you. It's not a big thing. And the real thing starts. And the space where you are sitting or standing is a big lake of that energy or force, and when it is made active, you call it your life force. When it is passive, you call it space. When your body stands in space, the space in your body is active, and when you come out, the same space becomes passive, and we call it space. This is the truth of it, and your process of knowing is called meditation in its true sense, not in the sense we use the word meditation blindly. Did you understand anything? This is the only meditation we have to meditate. This is the only meditation. I am not giving you any guarantee. I will explain you in detail. I will try to put it in a simple way. I will leave it to you, and as if you jump into the ocean without learning swimming, and you have to struggle hard, you have to come out of the ocean by learning swimming in the sea. I will throw you into the ocean. You don't know how to swim, but normally come on, come fast. No, I don't care about it. You have to come. Then what you have to do? You have to learn swimming there with all the faith of the master, and you have to come. At last, how are you? I am fine. It is a very great meditation when once if you can tap, and when you are able to tap the energy from the space, from then on, our journey takes a separate dimension. This experience we should get in our life. We should know we are not just human beings with a human body. We should know we are the counterpart of that great energy, and we are not just as a human being 6 or 5 foot or something like that. We are a part of the very great energy. It is not a belief. Here Master explains in this lecture what is a faith, what is belief, how you have to come out of the belief and come into the faith, how real faith come into your life after believing something. When you have to get rid of the belief, all the time don't try to believe, that is not correct. You have to experience the real faith. You have to come to the state. Yeah, it is a very wonderful, all the lectures are very wonderful. This is also a very wonderful lecture. Then he has given the meditation. That's why in the morning prayer I used to read the invocation. Master, please let me receive the influx of thy plenty of prana into my system, so that I may resist disease, decay and death, and realize the pure love, the understanding and the truth, and serve humanity according to thy plan, not according to my plan. This is the invocation of this meditation. So if we cannot do this, it's very difficult to do this meditation, but I am telling you sincerely, whatever Master wanted to explain in this meditation, you will get it just by doing the prayer. Don't worry about the meditation. I am telling you with my experience. Whether you understand it or not, it is not a big problem. If you are not able to understand, means it is not ours. It's so simple. And when your mind cannot assimilate it or digest it, there is nothing to lose. It is not ours. Even then, the same process works without any separate process in the prayer. That is the beauty of Master Sage's prayer. Whatever you read in any book, whatever the procedure you follow, whatever the methods you follow, whatever the higher techniques you follow, whatever the higher yogic techniques you follow, whatever you follow, everything you will get it in the prayer without any specialty. That is the beauty of the Master Sage's prayer. Even then I will try to explain this, and if you cannot understand it, then don't worry about it, but you will get the result in the prayer. That's why I will try to explain you after the prayer, not before the prayer. Okay? 3 minutes time, let us do the prayer, and then we will go into the meditation. If anybody wanted to take 5 minutes rest, please.